Hi there, it's Meri from the Meri Atelier, and I am not out urban sketching today, but I have a couple of projects to show you that I've been working on. The first one, of course, is not an art project per se, it's a needlework project. Now, for those of you that are into working on needlework, you may recognize this as a Prairie Schooler design. This is the pattern, the chart that I stitched it from. It's designed by Pamela Bird Smith, and it's the Prairie Schooler designs. And this is the 2010 limited edition. It came as a kit. You get the chart, the fabric, all the threads, and the needle to do this with. And this is my finished piece. Now, I've added a couple of my own touches to this design. I changed the face of the Santa, made him look more like an old-fashioned Santa with changed the nose primarily. Put some little red hearts here and here and here. You can't tell, but there are little red noses up here on the nose. Little red hearts. Change some of this in here. Put a red door on the house and put some red candles in there. Everything else is pretty much the same. I changed a little of the design in here to suit me. I'm very happy with this. This is about the third or fourth piece that I've done. I've got another kit I know for sure that I have just packed away. And the reason I did this is because, well, I'm still in Nebraska and this happened to be at the bottom of my suitcase, so I got it out and I started working on it. Now, the other project that I'm going to show you, I'm going to just turn this clipboard upside down. And what I want to show you is, for those of you who follow me on my channel pretty regularly, let me just put it like this. For those of you who follow me regularly know that I have a composition book where when I'm doing my art projects, that I'll collage down all my little scraps and everything. Well, I took that composition book with me on vacation and I made me a little journal. And as you look through here, some of you may remember this is the butterfly leftovers that I had from one of the mixed media concepts. And I have 5 signatures here. More than 5. 5 or 6 signatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signatures. But all I did was take these pages, these composition pages, and fold them in half. And then I made a journal, and I call it my Find Your Shine journal. Find Your Shine was a phrase that I got out of one of the devotionals that I follow. Your shine is all about your talents, spiritual gifts, personalities, and gifts that God has custom created inside of you. Nobody can tell you what your shine is. You have to figure it out with God for yourself. And this is just a faded out picture of me. It wasn't very good, and I've had it in my scraps for a long time, and I just cut it out and put it there. I thought it went well on this page. And these pages are just scraps from all my projects. I've been doing a lot of reading this summer too. This is a quote from a book called War Brides by Helen Byrne, and it's a quote by a character called Elsie. And Elsie is, I believe she's a young girl growing up in the 1940s in England, pre-World War II. And she lives with her family at the beginning of the book in the lower class portion of London. And she says, I've got a list of things that I like to think about when I go to sleep. Lace and kerchiefs, penny buns, and silk stockings. So I really like that because She likes to think of really nice things that she dreams about before she goes to sleep, things that she'd like to have. And then this is Tim Holtz sticker letters in the block typesetting print, and it just says shine. And then this is just scrap. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to thumb through here. This is some tissue paper from a project, and then I just doodled on this side of the page. Some more scraps. This is another Tim Holtz sticker. Quotes. Miracles. This was left over from a Christmas tag that I did. It was off of a book jacket. Here's the other side of this butterfly. This is the first signature. And over here, this, Sue may recognize it, Sue Hillis. Sue Hiles may recognize this, was one of her coffee stained pages that she sent to me. And she had already stamped some on it, I think, and I did some stamping on it. And then I like to copy quotes down, things that really speak to me. Here's more scraps. I'm just going to go through this kind of fast. I don't want this video to be too long. Here's a quote by Emily Dickinson about hope. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings a tune without words and never stops at all. And there's more butterflies, and this was a Tim Holtz butterfly sticker up here in the corner. So I just basically used what I had on hand, and I have blank pages where I can write more of my thoughts in here. So don't throw those scraps away, because there's really, these pages are really art in themselves. They're just fun to do. This is just where I'm recording more of my thoughts. I get this journal out just about every morning now and look at it, and I remember all my past projects. This is a piece of painted wax paper that I used as a palette for one of my projects. I got another one that I'll show you. No tag, more writing. Here's the other side of that page. It's just a piece of wax paper with scrap paint on it. More writing with doodling around the edge. Some of you may remember seeing me make some of these pages. This I still have to put in there. This is from a Pop-Tart package. It's just like the silvery part of it, and I'm going to make a pocket out of it. Scrap paint on paper, tissue paper, doodling around the edge. So write some more of my favorite quotes. Cards, when I made some of Ann Williamson's playing card dolls, I had the scraps that I had left over. This is a scrap piece from the butterfly mixed media technique. More scraps. Just so fun to do. This is one of my finishes for this summer. No time to dwell on personal grievances. Here's another one of those painted palette papers, just wax paper. Then I used it as a palette, and this is what's left. This will not stick together because it's on wax paper. So how fun this was to do. This was copy of one of my ATC urban sketches. Your dreams matter to God. Really spoke to me. And then at the back I have more blank pages where I've been writing things. Doing more journaling. I'm just about finished with this. I'm going to finish off some of the journaling here at the back, and by the end of June I will have probably finished this little Find Your Shine journal. I've been doing some reading. I'm keeping track of the books that I read in June. The Sisterhood by Helen Burns, War Brides by Helen Burns, The Crossroads by Beverly Lewis and The Redemption of Sarah Kane by Beverly Lewis. And now I'm reading the postcard. So I'm doing some summer reading too, keeping track of it in this little book. Scrap paint, scrap paint. What a fun journal this has been. And then the back here is one of my, out of my stained glass window book. One of the pages out of that. How cool. And I don't plan to put anything on these. And then I took and I used a piece of fabric to just tore a strip from a piece of fabric and glued it down. Well, actually I used score tape here. And this is a Tim Holtz tag. And then you just wrap it around this way and this way. And then I just tie a bow tie in it. How fun. Do not throw your scraps away. Collage them down in a composition book, as you've been seeing me do in my other videos. Keep them around, and if you get enough of them, you can make your own little summer journal. I have more videos to upload. I still have some urban sketch videos to show you. 4th of July is coming. I hope to be doing, I still have a book review I want to do. I hope to be doing more. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos and commenting. I do have limited access to my computer network, so I'm not getting as many videos uploaded, but I am working on things and I hope to get started again really soon. So thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next page.